14 is one of three, the last of three questions asked in the series related to this table here. And what they're asking us is if a white birch tree and a pin oak tree have a diameter of 1 foot. And I think what's key to understand here is that just because they have the same diameter doesn't mean that they're the same age. If anything, as we can see here, it actually means quite the difference here. What is the following will be the closest to the difference in inches of their diameters 10 years from now. And what I think we got caught up now is thinking about what's the difference going to be 10 years from now. But I think what helps at least make sense for me here is writing out what their current age is. So for the white birch tree here, I know that its age will be determined by the growth factor multiplied by the diameter in inches. They do make it a little bit tougher for us by saying it's in 1 foot. But remember that it's they kind of give us a hint here by saying 1 foot equals 12 inches to remind us of the need to convert. So I'm going to rewrite this now where it is 5.0 because that's what we have here as the growth factor multiplied by 12. And this is going to give me an age of 5 times 12, 60 years. So this is a 60-year-old tree. Awesome. Now, if I try and figure out for the pin oak tree, it's going to be the same formula. But what I'll now do here is put in the growth factor of 3, multiply that by 12. And I know that that's going to be 36. Their difference in age doesn't really matter now, but what's helpful to know is their age because now I can set up the equation for 10 years down the road by seeing that, well, for the WB, the white birch tree, at 70 years, the diameter we don't know yet, but we know the growth factor remains the same at 5. And now we can get diameter by itself by dividing both sides by 5. And 70 divided by 5 will give us 14. So there is the of our white birch tree is going to be 14. And now we just do the same thing for our pin oak tree, where we know that 10 years down the road it's going to be 46. We don't know what the diameter is yet, but we know that the growth factor stays steady at 3. And so then we do the same thing where it's 46 divided by 3, and that's 15.33. Diameter would be 15.33. And what's the difference in these two? And they say what, in inches, right? Yeah, in inches. And what we can see is that it's about 14 to 15 is 1, and then 0.3 more is 1.3, and that gives us the option of C as our correct answer.